Well, while you're on your soapbox, this is good because that warms you up for this next topic, which is Jeff Gordon's comments. A quote from his 2-minute long clip that was posted on Twitter this week. Let the sponsors market you. Let the sport figure out how to market you. Build your brand through who you are on social media and be the best that you can be. He was referring to you in that he thinks you are a bit too controversial for your liking. While he applauds, and gives you kudos for you building your brand and the alter ego that you may be playing, he does not want any of his drivers doing that because he thinks it's a distraction.
Well, that sounds like a guy I don't want to go to war with. He's like, hey, I'll go to war, but you get up front.
Right.
I mean, Jeff Gordon said that. I mean, that is how to stunt NASCAR growth 101 is say, that's too controversial for us. Call us stiff. But, I'm wondering how has his sponsors marketed his drivers, because I think his drivers have great personality. Anybody know? No? I haven't seen much either. So he wants me to sit back. He's not. He's saying he likes it, just not. He thinks it's a distraction if it was on his team.
Right.
Well, thank God I don't drive for him.
How's it a distraction, though? This isn't like
football. Has he been watching a race in the last 12 weeks?
Well, it's not like football where, like, if you're the quarterback, you say something and, like, they're going to go talk to the receivers. Like, they're not interviewing your pit crew and, like, asking you about you saying you're going to get white hot. Like, I don't see how it's a distraction for your team. I don't get it. I'm confused.
I don't get it, and I'm confused as well. That's why I'm asking.
Well, he did reference going into, like, how do you go into a competition meeting with that type of persona, right? That could be a distraction. Clearly, it's not a distraction.
What is a distraction? That I'm getting booed?
All of it. You stirring the pot, things like that.
I go in Monday and I'm a professional because that's what professionals do. They go into a meeting and they act professional. I think he's been to one too many Burning Mans.
And also, if I'm Mavis, I'm happy you're creating all this news because guess what? Car's being shown pre-race a bunch.
He's going against the logic that he said 12 months ago, that he wants his drivers doing more things, and he's basically saying, I want them to be tidy, not controversial.
Win races.
Yeah. I couldn't disagree more. I'm glad I drive for Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm glad I run my team the way I run my team, because I will never run my team saying things like that. That's his opinion. He's allowed to have that opinion, but certainly think that is the absolute wrong way to go if you want star power in the sport.
And
it's just that there's just you're not going to find anyone that agrees with what he's saying.
For what it's worth, the majority of the comments on Twitter actually are disagreeing with what he says.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, didn't him and Dale have this beef that helped grow the sport? Wasn't that a distraction then?
You're being too logical, Travis. Don't put facts in a good story. But yes, it was. Obviously, he has not seen the 11 car's performance lately. Today is a small bump in a road. But hey, we did what we came to do. We nailed it on third and long instead of Miami running a play.
Do you think it's easier being as outspoken as you are this late in your career versus
it drives me crazy. No one else has got the balls to be honest. And it's not the driver's fault because they've clearly got white collar standing over the back of them, making sure that they don't do it. Like, that's not good. That is stunting growth. That is stunting star power. And I believe we have stars in our sport, but they will never get seen because you've got that mentality looking over their shoulders. Keep doing you. I'll keep doing me.